Welcome. We are standing today. This one is a kind of a different series of movement. We're going to do some check-ins for the joints, a little bit of mobility work, and it's going to be kind of a total body wake up. So find an area you can stand in, move around in, and let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so I am standing on my mat with feet to start about hip width apart. And we're just kind of going to do a really brief little like head to toe check-in. It's going to be a little bit mobility because we're not so much going to be stretching as we're going to be checking in with a lot of joints, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of everything here. So let's go ahead and start by just finding this nice tall posture. Feet are hip width apart. It's like you're trying to rip the floor in half. So we've got this nice strong stance, strong through the legs, tucking tailbone down, pulling belly button in a little bit. So we're nice and strong through the midline like we've talked about before, and then rolling shoulders back and down. So we're just going to start from this posture. We're going to start by checking in with the neck. So go ahead and drop left ear towards left shoulder, then up through center, over to the other side. And this is such a quick little check-in. Do one more time each side. If you feel like you need more or you love this or you could linger in it, absolutely do that. Look towards right shoulder, come through center, look towards left. A cat fur on my face. Yep, okay, it's gone now. Gently look up and then drop your chin to your chest. And now we're just gonna do smooth circles. Like we've talked about, drawing a circle with the nose one way, working out any spots that maybe are a little sticky today. And then reverse the direction of your circle. Relax through the jaw if you find that you're clenching. And then come back to look straight ahead. Amazing job. We're going to move into the shoulders now. So let's roll. Let's pull our shoulders, squeeze them up by your ears, and then roll back and down. So inhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale, drop them down one more time. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, drop them down. Now we're going to go ahead and move into some circles. So bringing your arms up and then back around, and just go nice and slow here. We're checking in with shoulder mobility. So you might find that as we come right about here, things get a little sticky. Breathe through that, exhale through that. Awesome. And now let's go ahead and reverse. Ooh, hello, shoulders. They are talking to me. They're like, Kate, you need to do this way more often. I'm right there with you guys if you're feeling like this is a little challenging. One more time. Awesome job. Now we're going to do a little bit of wrist care. So let's just do some circles with the wrist. We have a whole wrist day coming up later on. We won't do too much here, but just a little check-in. Reverse the direction of your circles. And then we're going to move those out into the elbows. So take a second here to kind of get a feel for that. You can kind of rotate your wrists out as you rotate your elbows out. And then in. This is kind of where we can really get some movement for the elbows here. Just kind of like play around with what feels good there. We're all different in how much mobility we have. Awesome. And then go ahead and interlace your fingers. We're going to stretch them forward, and you can bend your knees a little bit, kind of press into this, pull your shoulders down, big breath in, exhale, release. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring your left hand to your waistline, right arm reaches up and over. We're going to come into a little side body stretch. This one is definitely a stretch. Inhale, on your exhale, relax into that. And then release, repeat on the other side. Sweep that left arm over. Inhale, reach across. Exhale, relax into the stretch. And then release. Awesome job. Hands to the waist. We're just going to check in with the hips with a little hip circle action. So go ahead and bump your hips to the left. We're going to start by hitting 4 points first. Then bump your hips back. You can take a bend in the knees here. Then bump them to the right. And then hip points, press forward. And then we're going to move through this little circle for the hips. So just checking in, making the circle as small as you need to if your hips are feeling a little tight today. This is a really nice move too if we are sitting a lot. If you're sitting at your desk all day, or if you're taking breaks from like traveling, go ahead and reverse the direction of the circle. This is a great way to just kind of get the blood flowing, check in with the hips and back. Amazing. Go ahead and stand up nice and tall. We're going to shift our weight over to our left leg. We're not focusing on balance today. So if you're cognizant of that, absolutely grab a chair or hold on to the wall. We're just going to go ahead and lift our right knee, bending our right knee. So our left thigh is parallel with the floor. And we're just going to try to do some knee circles. So point your toes and pretend like your foot is a spoon and you're trying to like scoop up some peanut butter in a jar. That's going to help us to get this movement, not from the hip, but just from the knee. Small circle, the little goes a long way here. So again, we're holding on to something for support because this is not about balance today. Reverse the direction of that circle. Ooh, a little goes a long way with these. It's always like, oh my gosh, hello, knee. And then go ahead and drop that. We're going to repeat it on the other side, pointing left toe, scooping that peanut butter. I love these little joint check-ins because it's things that we don't often think about. Reverse the direction of your circle. Unless it's bothering us, then we always think about it, right? These can be so useful. And drop that down. Now I'm just going to lift my right leg a little bit, just do a couple of circles one way and then the other for the ankles. Same thing on the other side. Again, this is so brief. So if there's any particular part where you're like, ooh, that felt amazing and I need to focus on that a little more, absolutely return to it. Drop that down. We're going to come up onto the balls of our feet, drop heels down 2 more times like that. And 1 more time. Amazing. Shake everything out. Big breath in. Reach both hands up. You can interlace your hands at the top. Maybe you take a slight little back bend. Exhale. Let it go. 1 more time like that, except the next time I want you to really let something go on your exhale. Big breath in. Interlace your hands up at the top. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Get taller and let it go. Thank you guys so much. I hope you feel nice and awake and loose and ready to tackle the rest of your day. Take good care. I'll see you guys tomorrow.